Hello, ladies and germs. Today we're playing Age of War. Now, you might be confused by that because Age of War was a Flash game and Flash stopped being supported ages ago, and I definitely don't have the tech savvy to go and download an older version of Windows or whatever to play Age of War again. So how am I playing it? Well, the answer is simple. It's now available on Steam, of all places. This version probably isn't supported by Flash, obviously. But yeah, this is a recreation of Age of War for nostalgia purposes. So let's go in and see how great the game actually is. And it does have the cool music as well. It's just that we're in the menu where it doesn't play. But I'm gonna go into play normal and there it is. Blessing our ears once again. Let's make a couple of clubmen. Actually, maybe I should have gone for like a dino from the get-go. One thing I do want to say about this version is that, well, I don't know if this is like a new problem or if this is a problem with the original version as well, since I've only ever played this in a browser where it's not full screen. But the full screen doesn't actually limit your mouse movement. Doesn't limit your mouse movement into the full screen game, which normally is a good thing. However, since the map is moved by having your mouse next to the border of your screen, you can actually accidentally move your mouse just completely past it and not move the screen at all. It is a bit annoying, I guess. Not the biggest problem though. Yeah, something to keep in mind, I guess. Also, it doesn't quite work at the very edge for whatever reason. No clue why that is though. Okay, let's go for the volcano. We're gonna go with the good old chicken strat that I loved as a kid. This chicken is actually OP. No clue why. Maybe they're gonna be shocked by the egg prices and that's why they just take damage whenever they see eggs getting cracked or whatever, but seems like this is almost better than the best turret. Or that's at least how I remember it as a kid. That being said, I was not an intelligent kid, so, you know, I could be wrong. But seems kind of OP. OP. From what I recall, the enemy is always gonna level up to the next age before I do. Until, I think, up to the normal age, yeah. Modern age is what I meant to say. Oh, that was a misclick. I did not mean to do that. I promise I'm not that dumb. Wait, no, we just want the ranged units in the front line and then the melee units behind them. That's just the way I like to play this game. Oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, we need 4k, which is gonna be, like, actually quite a bit for me. I wonder if we actually do get another volcano eruption before we can move on to the next stage. Also, I don't recall this waiting for space thing being a thing. However, once again, I've played this game back when I was like a kid, so it could just be that I've forgotten about it. But one thing I haven't forgotten about is this beautiful music, blessing our ears. Oh my god, I just love this. Okay, let's get the money there. Bonk, 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 bonk. Doesn't get us up to 1,000 though, no way. We were under 3k XP and he already has like middle ages, so, or medieval times, whatever they're called. He has knights, we have cavemen. But that being said, I think the cavemen give us quite a bit of the knights give us quite a bit of XP, to be fair. Just that they're really difficult to deal with. Although, I guess, you know, the egg strat being OP does help even with that. Maybe I shouldn't have, like, spammed out units outside of the turret range, though. But I think the eggs actually deal a decent amount of damage even to the knights, even though they're from, like, a different age. Because for whatever reason, armor isn't enough to stop just kind of eggs being thrown at you. Maybe it is really just psychological damage instead. Who knows? Yeah, we're quite a quite far from actually being able to afford both an extra turret slot and the new turret as well, so I'm not even gonna try yet. I'm gonna first just buy the knight and ranged units and see how far we get with that. We're no longer in turret range though. Oh yeah, because these guys are actually wider than like the normal melee units. I didn't really take that into account. But yeah, now we're just gonna go for the turret spot. I know it's a bit greedy, but whatever. Sometimes I just am greedy. We're not gonna go for the oil. I think we're gonna go for the fire catapult, and then that's it. Knight. Do love seeing that. I think they have enough units for me to drop the arrows. Boom! I feel like a volcano eruption would deal more damage than just like dropping arrows on people. I feel like an entire city could hypothetically be destroyed by a volcano eruption. Whereas arrows, I don't think quite are capable of that. Oh, I forgot to take advantage of the turrets again. Although the catapults do deal damage to for like quite a distance, so maybe it doesn't really matter. 11k. Slightly worried about our XP gains here. So our knight is like dead already. Oh yeah, he's like already at the next age. That's tough. The eggs do your thing. Boom, 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 boom. Actually, maybe I'll just go for a cannoneer. I think even though these guys like have a clear ranged weapon, they actually don't attack from a range at all. I think they're just melee units that just have a weapon that shoot from further away. I think the same is true for the tanks and the... What's the future one? I think just longer range tanks, maybe. Wait, no, not longer range. Obviously the same range, because they're both melee, but the floating tanks, I guess. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. And that's totally what I said. I am not tired at all, but... I started working at 9 AM, as people usually do. And it is currently 1:30 AM the next night, so you know, I might be a bit tired, if you can't tell. Or couldn't tell. The question is, do we just save? Okay, it's 4.5k though. 45k, not 4.5k. Oh my god, I am not in the best shape of my life here. Oh wait, these guys are ranged, so they can actually attack my building. I can't just rely on turrets. Cannoneer, save me. What's this one again? I think it buffs my units or something, but I don't know if it's like an attack buff or an HP buff. Seems like it would be HP, but who knows. Boom, boom, boom. I think this guy might actually be enough. Oh, never mind. Cool. We're still gonna go for these. I guess we could get the cannon, maybe. Do we want it, or do we just want to wait for the next stage? I think there's one more turret level after this. And that's the last one, maybe. I'm going off of my memory, and my memory is not great, so there is always that. Boom, boom. Okay. The eggs are gonna carry. I don't think the eggs are gonna do much of anything actually at this point, but hey, we can always hope, I guess. Boom. Okay, let's just use the melee. I think one melee should be enough for a while here. Yeah, the normal age is the first. I think I started by saying this, but yeah, the normal age is the first one where we actually unlock it first. Boom, boom, boom. Beautiful. I think that's enough for the highest tier turret. Yep. Double turret. Also, we could probably sell the eggs by now. I know I said they're OP, but obviously at a modern age, they no longer actually deal any significant damage. I guess it's because, like, in the modern day, eggs are so expensive that the soldiers are just excited to receive them rather than being humiliated or whatever. 200k, okay. We're like nowhere near. We're not even at 100k, so probably fine to just kind of ignore that goal. As long as they don't have ranged units, I can kind of just rely on my turrets though. Yeah, that's the final, yeah. I guess you can kind of tell from the top of the building there. I wonder how the top of the tower would look in like the cave mode. Not sure if that's like possible, the caveman mode. I don't know if that would ever be possible to even like achieve, but it would be cool to try. Maybe. Even at normal, I feel like that wouldn't just be a thing you could do. So I'm not sure if the game actually calculates money and XP for the enemy. I kind of doubt it, since they can just kind of send endless waves of enemies even though they haven't killed anything for a while now. So they shouldn't have like a source of revenue at all. Against a real player, this would be kind of an OP strat, right? Just hiding behind turrets. I think these turrets have like longer range than their ranged enemies as well, so actually just free. Okay. Low key, I maybe almost. Yeah, I kind of want to sell the fire catapult, but also I kind of don't need to, right? I can't just like wait until the space age to just buy something modern instead. I think the tanks might be a problem though, although they are melee, but even then. Oh wait, we can deal with the tanks as well? Oh my god, we can actually deal with the tanks. I guess if there's like 2 in a row, then maybe we couldn't, but still wild. Oh my god, we're just actually goated with my strat. Just turrets and waiting. It's all it took. I guess we're at max age though, so no more upgrades. Gonna like 2 of those, and then wait, I get more gold than our ranged units from just beating their tanks. That's wild. Oh, they're at the hyper advanced level as well. I guess I should have taken advantage of the age. I was gonna say something and it was gonna sound really bad. From the technological advantage. Or the technological difference. Almost became a Minecraft streamer there. This close to saying something really bad by accident by just talking about like eras of time as ages. Oh boy. Anyways. So my life flashed in front of my eyes there. I guess we don't really need more turrets though. Wait, did we ever... Okay, we did use the extra slot, although we didn't need it because we were gonna sell the fire cannons. Or fire... Oh my god, we just won by the time we were before the time we actually scrolled back to the enemy thing. Okay, that's hype. If I correctly recall, clicking play again doesn't actually make you play again. It just throws you back in the main menu. Okay, that's perfect. Extra. Now, if I open the extra and there's actually like a cool album of stuff and or whatever, I'm gonna be disappointed. They're gonna maybe I'm gonna allow it. Hmm, no, no leniency. If there's anything more than a single picture, I'm gonna be disappointed. Perfect. You know what? The picture is kind of cool. I could never, like, I, for whatever reason, cannot draw a horse. Doesn't matter if I have, like, a tutorial playing in the background. If I could trace it, doesn't matter. Could not do it. This is kind of amazing. I like this. Full original drawing. Hype. But yeah, hey, Age of War is available on Steam for free. That's hype. You should definitely play it for the nostalgia, or if you've never played it, if you're just young or didn't have access to a PC back when the game originally came, now's your chance. I guess there are like actual adults who have never played like Flash games that much as a kid, which is wild. Yeah, wow. I'm old. Well, I mean, I literally have gray hair, but still. Before I start spiraling over my age, once again, no Flash required. Just go on Steam, download the game for free, play it for the nostalgia, play it to figure out this integral part of people's childhoods if you have not played the game. Either way, it's a fun game, cool music, different difficulties as well, so you can kind of challenge yourself. Obviously, I played on normal difficulty, which is actually just the easy difficulty, so I didn't have a lot of trouble there, but the hard difficulties are actually really difficult. Now, people have said that the AI is slightly different from what it was back in the day. However, that could just be them misremembering, so who knows. But yeah, overall, amazing. And yeah, with that being said, dudes, dudettes, and everyone else, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it, and I hope to see you in the next one as well. Have a good one. Bye.